Hey guys, it's jblader, and I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I'm recording at night because I want you to enjoy the beautiful scenery and ambience lighting of playing Minecraft without constant night vision and without full gamma or brightness. I know it is not always the easiest thing to see, and I hope that YouTube's rendering and compression isn't making it too difficult to see the beautiful lights and the depth of all the color and shades that we have here. But I have spent some time decorating the train station out here on the loading bay. We've got lights so that when people step up to hop on the train, they don't accidentally fall off, so kind of like safety lights. Some different lights up here to cast some light down on people waiting for the train. If we take a look inside, as you can see, we have tons of different lighting and tons of different decoration. We'll start with the display board that's placed up here. I don't have it connected to anything, so it's not going to display anything, but I liked that it kind of looks as if it's ready to display when the time is the time of the train departure. I think that works great. We've got some of these chandeliers up here, and that comes from Decorative Blocks mod. Got some carpet up here just to keep mobs from spawning. Beautiful. The windows look great. Lanterns throughout, and then kind of a small ring of the Dynamic Edge Simply Light lights going around to help keep things nice and bright around head level. And this also means that as it gets darker as it goes up, it makes the height of this building feel even taller. It's kind of an optical illusion, and that's what they used to do in a lot of cathedrals. Hold the light, near the bottom so that it made it look taller and more grand when you go inside. We've got a little decorated rug here, some plants with anvils. And then this room is kind of a little waiting room. I've left it mostly empty. I've got a few of these just outdoors stuff. Patio benches. I think a few more of those would be really cool to have in here. I think like a restroom in a waiting area or like an office space might be okay. But for now, we're just going to leave it as is. We've got a little bit of working space back here for a ticket master to sit back here and process some tickets. So not super realistic as like a perfect train station, as there's no working restroom. There's no space for the workers to kind of congregate when they're not working. For Minecraft, it is like 90% there. I actually watched a little mini documentary on YouTube one time about train stations in Japan. Trains in Japan are still very popular, and a lot of their stations there are quite old. They're still running, and it's some of the most consistent ways to access different parts of the kind of rural areas there. And kind of looking at that gave me some inspiration for this building, including kind of like the layout of how things could be laid out inside of the waiting room. But what I thought was really cool is that a lot of the people there worked a lot of hours, so there were places for them to take naps, places for them to fix their lunch. So there's a small kitchenette, a shower, and even though the train station was very small, it was quite optimized with the amount of space that was needed. So I'm going to make a few more paintings and get those up. And we're getting ready to focus on the exterior of the building now. Last time, I didn't really do much on the exterior, but like I said, we're going to need a gravel, cobblestone, or something type of parking lot to go around because people are going to be driving through here, dropping off people at the train station. So we're going to need some type of circular parking lot. And of course, we're going to need trees and a little bit more landscaping to really connect this place all together. But the sun is just rising now on our building, and oh my gosh, this place looks so beautiful. Oh man, a lot of progress has been made. It's been a long day here on the server, and I've got a parking lot in. I think this is looking great. So this is where people are going to come in. They're going to drive over. I just decided to do one entrance here. So they're going to cross the train tracks here, drive into the parking lot where they can either park over on this side. We might have to add some cars, or they can loop around and drop people off on this entrance side over here, where I've just basically got a little stone path, nicely decorated, kind of like this. Yeah, so people can drop off from there too while they're driving by and cross and go up into the station. And I really like these flowers, the crocus, oh the biomes you'll go, the kind of multicolored flowers. And then adding in the grasses, I think, once again, just makes this area really, really nice. I'm using these as like little stoppers for when you're parking your car. Yeah, the stone top roofs, they work great for that. Got a few over here, so I'm gonna have to maybe build a little car or two. But again, the area over here is not landscaped yet. Once I get all of the parking lot in, then I will do something with all of this. These pillars are kind of ruining the immersion of my prairie biome, so I don't know if they're going to stay or not. I'll think about it. Anyway, back to doing a little bit more work. We've got some trees to plant and a little bit more landscaping to do. Trees and greenery really bring places like this to life. I'm using my standard combination of trees that I think is a great coverage. We've got red oak, we've got the holly, zelkova, pine, and birch. Oop. Well, that was weird. And then I'm going to be placing the white cherry right here. They're kind of smaller trees, but they kind of look nice. I like the little petals on there. So one or two of these might work well. Let's do another holly tree. I just kind of fill in some different spaces and cut down and, regrow trees until I think I have a good diversity. A lot of places like this, they're going to be building the buildings around the trees. They're going to be cutting down what they need to and then planting what they need to. And so in that sense, there may be kind of a odd number of trees, or I'm not looking for like a perfect line. I'm kind of looking for random scattered spots of trees. I feel like that's a little bit more kind of realistic. These ebony trees are really nice too. So we're going to be doing an ebony tree back here let's do it around this side. There we go. These are a little bit lower to the ground, but I kind of like that. It adds a little bit of different shape. So we got like a short and stout, the taller and skinnier. Yeah, great combination here. Last combination, we're going to add a few fir trees. They're really, really tall typically. That one's a little bit shorter. Or they can be very tall. Yes, that's very, very tall tree, but I think it helps, again, just kind of help the dynamics of things. When everything is the same height, it feels like the depth and the field of view isn't quite as realistic. So once you start adding in some different height of trees, yeah, you can see how it makes this landscape a little bit different, and it really makes it come together. Looks like a painting, right? Kind of guides your eyes through the landscape a lot better. So some more trees need to be placed, but let's keep going at it. The orange oak tree. Very beautiful. It even looks like what an oak tree should look like. Thicker at the bottom, going up, branching out into a few different directions. The red and the orange oak trees are just so great. It makes this place feel like a farm in the fall. At least that's what I feel like. One of my friends comes from South America, and they do not have I take for granted that we have like beautiful leaves in the fall of all different colors, orange and yellow leaves, and they don't always have that, so it's nice to be able to bring it to a little bit in Minecraft for everyone to enjoy. This place is feeling super alive now. I feel like I just walked into another world. Maybe it's a quiet afternoon. On a Sunday when the train station is closed, the parking lot is empty. The trains aren't running today, but we have a beautiful train station with high arched windows. Look at the lighting inside. You can tell the lights are on. Maybe there's someone in there working. The trees around the building just add so much, the flowers and stuff like that. Again, just add so much little details to things. I like varying up the height of these prairie grasses every once in a while, having one that's a little bit taller. Oh my gosh, this place is looking amazing. I don't know what else to say. I think the build kind of explains itself, but I can't wait to get the trains running so we can ride by this thing on a train. Man, this is a place I want to visit. It looks so cool. And just like that, the last tree is placed. The little bit of landscaping we're going to do for today is done, and the sun is getting ready to set on this beautiful building. The light shining through the trees in the west, laying some soft light onto our building. The parking lot is all done. It's all empty. All the workers have went home. The trains have all finished their routes for today. And if we continue around the side of the building, we'll still be able to enter through the inside as if it's unlocked. We've got flowers out front, prairie grass taken over, growing sometimes up to 5 feet high as some people, or taller maybe. Beautiful trees that are changing into some autumn colors, some of them still green, as the sun sets on the beautiful day on the Olympus Craft server. Thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in to this episode where we got into some nitty-gritty details, doing some aesthetical building. First the interior, then the exterior, and it was a blast to work on this. This type of like world building in Minecraft on a server like this is super fun for me, and I hope that it's inspiring for each and every one of you guys at home. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.